the four engines behind every military operation. Every aircraft has a story. Before the pilot advances, the throttles, maintainers, planners, medical teams, and support personnel have been at work. The same is true of every military operation. Forces must be supplied, funded, staffed, and medically protected. These are the four elements of operational sustainment: logistics, financial management, personnel services, and health service support. Think of sustainment as the system that keeps combat power cleared for takeoff, and the mission airborne until success. First, logistics, the physical engine of operations. Doctrine defines logistics as planning and executing the movement and support of forces. It includes acquiring, storing, moving, distributing, maintaining, and disposing of material, plus providing facilities and services. In aviation language, logistics generates the next sortie. A maintainer returns an aircraft to the flight line. Airlift moves personnel and cargo. Aerial refueling extends operational reach beyond a single fuel load. Engineers repair runways and bridges where routes no longer exist. Its purpose is to build combat power, extend reach, preserve freedom of action, and give the force endurance. Its 7 tasks are maintenance, transportation, supply, field services, distribution, operational contract support, and general engineering support. Together, they deliver the right capability to the right location at the right time. In 1944, Allied forces advanced beyond Normandy faster than supply lines could follow. The Red Ball Express used priority truck routes to move vital cargo forward. The lesson is timeless. Speed at the front means little when sustainment cannot keep pace. But cargo does not move on intention alone. Every flight hour, contract, repair, and local purchase must be legally funded. Second, financial management, the economic power behind the mission. Doctrine states that financial management leverages fiscal policy and economic power across military operations. It combines finance operations and resource management. Simply put, it is the mission's fuel plan for money. It ensures requirements are lawful, vendors are paid, currency is available, and public funds remain accountable. Its purpose is to give commanders legal economic options. Local purchasing can reduce airlift demand, shorten supply lines, support host nation communities, and preserve strategic lift for essential cargo. Its 5 competencies are funding the force, banking and dispersing, pay support, accounting support and cost readiness, and audit readiness. Financial teams validate requirements, match authorized funds, execute payments, track costs, and maintain records. The Commander's Emergency Response Program in Iraq and Afghanistan enabled commanders to address urgent humanitarian and reconstruction needs. Like a pilot inside an approved flight envelope, commanders could act, but within legal authorities and oversight. Financial power produces effects when discipline stays on the instruments. Equipment and funding still cannot fly the mission without the right crew. Third, personnel services, sustaining the human force. Doctrine defines personnel services as functions that man the force, maintain soldier and family readiness, promote national moral and ethical values, and enable the Army's fighting qualities. In aviation terms, personnel services ensure every seat is filled by someone qualified for the mission. They track personnel, assign replacements, record casualties, deliver mail, provide legal and spiritual support, and strengthen morale. Their purpose is to preserve human combat power. Air crews, maintainers, controllers, medical teams, and specialists must be positioned where their skills matter most. Families must remain connected. Commanders need guidance, while personnel need resilience and recovery. The 4 areas are human resources, legal support, religious support, and Army band operations. Tasks include accountability, readiness reporting, promotions, awards, postal and casualty operations, military justice, counseling, retention, morale programs, and outreach. During World War II, Victory Mail, or V-Mail, photographed letters onto microfilm for movement overseas. It reduced transportation demands while preserving a connection with home. A letter could not repair an engine or refuel an aircraft, but it could strengthen the person completing the mission. When that mission places lives at risk, the fourth engine becomes the lifeline. Fourth, health service support, preserving life and fighting strength. Health service support includes Army medical services that promote, conserve, or restore the behavioral and physical well-being of personnel and, when directed, unified action partners. In plain language, it is the system for treatment, evacuation, and medical supply. In aviation, it includes flight medicine, aeromedical evacuation, en route care, and medical logistics. Its purpose is to preserve the force. Medical readiness prepares personnel to deploy. Rapid treatment can return them to duty. Forward care and evacuation reduce the casualty burden on units. Confidence in the medical system strengthens morale. Its three divisions are casualty care, medical evacuation, and medical logistics. Casualty care begins near the point of injury and continues through hospitalization, including behavioral health, dental care, laboratories, blood support, and contaminated patient treatment. Medical evacuation moves patients on dedicated platforms with continuous care and directs them to the appropriate facility. Medical logistics provides Class 8 supplies, blood, maintained equipment, optical support, and patient movement items. The Korean War provides a defining example. Helicopters lifted wounded personnel from difficult terrain and carried them toward mobile surgical hospitals faster than many ground routes allowed. Combined with forward surgical care, rotary wing evacuation transformed battlefield medicine and helped shape the modern medical system. Logistics generates the sortie. Financial management funds the flight plan. Personnel services sustain the crew. Health service support protects every life on board. Remove one engine, and the mission risks losing altitude. The next time an aircraft lifts from the runway, or history celebrates a victory, look beyond the cockpit. Endurance is built on the ground, long before clearance for takeoff. If this briefing added value, like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone interested in aviation, military doctrine, leadership, and history.